Ken Carson, a great chaos. All right, joking aside, I was actually really excited for this album to come out. I stayed up till midnight, which isn't like rare for me to stay up till midnight. I almost stay up till midnight like every night. But I stayed up waiting for this to come out. I listened to it 2 times before going to sleep, front to back. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was cool at the time. I wasn't like, whoa, this is amazing. But I thought it was pretty cool. I definitely liked a lot of songs on it when I first listened to it. But you know, it's been 2 weeks since the album came out now. I've sat with it for a little bit. I've listened to, you know, I have a list here actually of all the 18 songs on this, what I like the most, what I like the least, you know, like I usually do when I make these album review videos. I just wanted to talk about, you know, what I like about each specific song, what I dislike about each song. And if anyone's wondering why I didn't make a video about the Drake album, I thought it was really boring. For all the dogs, I thought it was really boring. There were a few songs I thought were good on it, the Yeet song, the Yachty song, but other than that, I just thought it was like really boring. Nothing really cool going on for me. I'm not a huge Drake fan, but yeah, okay. Anyway, that's over. Yeah, I've been on Ken Carson since he released that X album last year, and I actually really like that album. I think it's really good, and this album is an improvement upon that, which is awesome. And I don't think that his last album, X, is like this like groundbreaking thing. I think it's like pretty basic shit. I just really like the beats, and I love the auto-tune on his voice on the majority of the songs. So, you know, I think he has some cool flows too. Ken Carson's like pretty infamous for having the most bullshit lyrics imaginable, and I'll go into that here in this album review. But I mean, everything. The beats, his lyrics, everything were so improved upon in this A Great Chaos record. So yeah, let's just go through it. You know, all 18 songs, my least favorite we're going to start with, and then we're going to go to my favorite song in the entire album. So let's just get through the shit. All right, number 18, my least favorite on the entire album is Hardcore. I know a lot of people really like this one. I've looked at a few other people's reviews, see what they had to say. But Hardcore, it just doesn't do anything for me. I've listened to the song, you know, like I've listened to this album front to back probably 15 times by now. This song just has never done it for me ever. I don't like the hook at all. Hardcore, I'm going to gore. Hardcore, I'm going to gore. I just don't like that hook at all. I don't think it sounds good. The beat's okay. The beat's not anything crazy to me either. And the verse isn't like, this song just is not it for me sonically. So, you know, it is what it is. My second least favorite song, number 17 here, Nightcore 2. The beat's really quiet. There's not a lot going on for me. I think the hook is kind of cool. The way she move, the way she move. I think that's a cool hook, but I don't know. For this beat, it just isn't it for me. It just doesn't sound too good. Maybe if they made the beat a little louder. The beat's just so quiet, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of this one. My third least favorite song is Nightcore 1. Because there's Nightcore 2 and Nightcore 1 on this album. I think the song is actually like good. I think it's good for the first 30 seconds. And then you get into the rhythm and it's like, okay, I get it. You know, it was impressive at the beginning because this is the most fast-paced record on the entire album. But then you get into it for a minute and it's like, okay, this is cool. I kind of, you know, already know what's going on at this point. There's nothing crazy really going on. Ken Carson isn't really doing much for me on this. On this song, and you know, him going like fast, like him rapping like that just isn't something I want to hear from him. You know what I mean? Maybe if I was listening to like a spiritual lyrical miracle kind of guy, I'd be like, oh, this is sick, man, like a Jid or something like that. That's a lie, by the way. I would never listen to that guy, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just not something I want to hear from him. I just don't think it sounds fantastic either way. But, you know, it is what it is. I think it's cool on the album. It's definitely different. He pitched his voice higher on this song. It's interesting. It's, you know, it is what it is. I don't think there's any song on this album that is, like, garbage, by the way. I think every song is, like, good in its own unique way. Number 15, Pots. I think this beat is really interesting. It's a really interesting beat. It's so weird. It's a weird ass sounding beat. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. It's such a weird beat. Ken Carson, again, just isn't doing much for me on this beat. But I think the beat is so interesting. I almost want to rate this song higher just because the beat alone is just so weird sounding. And it has so much variation in it. There's so many different transitions, and I just think it sounds awesome. I had to get a little sip of water. All right, Vampire Hour. I love. So obviously, some of y'all may not know. Ken Carson is on the Opium label, with Playboi Carti. This Playboi Carti's label. He's with Destroy Lonely on there as well. Homicide Gang, all those people. Whenever they make these like Vamp songs, like Vamp Anthem, I was expecting a bit more from Carti on his Vamp Anthem track. I think there's this other song he has on there. It's like King Vamp. I think that song fits the title perfectly, right? Vampire Hour. This song isn't really what I would imagine the title to be. I'm not a huge fan of this one. He's just not doing much for me. The beat's okay. It's not anything where I'm like, woo! Like, taking my penis out or anything. But I do think it's an interesting, song. It's an interesting track. He's just not doing much for me. I'm just not a big Vampire Hour enjoyer. I love the name of the track, though. I think that's cool. Okay, so now we're getting into a territory of the songs I actually really like. All 13 of these I really like. If anybody put them on, I would be like, oh yeah, dude, this is it. I really like all of these. It was really hard to rank all these 13, honestly. If anybody put any of these 13 I'm about to say at number 1, for their entire, or not even number 1 actually, any of these 13 in the top 3, I could totally see that. I wouldn't argue with that at all. All these songs are really good, the ones I'm about to say. So number 13 here out of the 18 songs on this, Overtime. Ken, this song is so good. Ken is really loud in the mix, and there's 2 basses going on in this song. There's a bass that's like boom, boom. I don't know exactly how the song sounds. I probably sound like an idiot trying to recreate that, but there's 2 basses. There's that bass, and then there's at about 25 seconds, hits this quieter bass. This quieter bass that's just like, and it's so subtle, but it sounds so good, dude. Oh my god, it sounds so fantastic. Yeah, and I like how he's really loud in the mix here. I love the bass pounding, and I love that quieter bass in the background. That just kind of shakes. It would shake a car if you played the shit in a car. It would shake a car. It's great. It's a subtle little bass. If you listen to it, you'll hear it. It's awesome. It starts at about 25 seconds in the song. I think it's really good. All right. Number 12. So my 12th most liked on this album, Green Room. I think Green Room is really good as an intro. It just drags on for way too long for my taste. I don't remember how long the song is. I think it's 3 minutes. Maybe a little. I think it's a little over 3 minutes. I think it drags on way too long for my liking. It's more of a song I'd put on if I were going to listen to the whole album and not, just this one song by itself. I do think it's good though. I do think it's good. I think the beat is really nice. I love the hook on this. The hook is awesome as well. I love how at the end here, the beat cuts out and then you hear him going, but I box. I think that's really cool. Just some tiny stupid thing that I like. It is what it is. 11, Rockstar Lifestyle. This is probably, if anyone was just getting into this type of music, this is probably a song I would recommend because it sounds like a pretty normal trap song. You know what I mean? I love how the beat comes out with this song, or how it comes in. It comes in at about 25 seconds. It finally hits after, you're waiting forever. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on? Then the beat finally hits about 25 seconds. Sorry. I'm hitting the table and my dog's wondering what the hell I'm doing. I'm just getting excited. Calm down over there. All right. Yeah, I think this is, like I said, I think this is a really easily listenable song for people just getting into this kind of music because the bass isn't super loud. It sounds like a regular trap song. And he actually says some shit in this song that's kind of hard. I'm not going to lie. He says some fire shit in this song. So, yeah. Number 10, I Need You. So this is a song I already liked before the album came out. This was the only song that, that was out previously before this album dropped. I already liked this song. Lyrically, the song is actually a piece of shit, which I, don't give a fuck about. It is what it is. I don't listen to music ever for lyrics. I think that's so silly. If there's a cool lyric that stands out, it's like, oh man, that's sick. But I don't ever listen to music for lyrics. I just listen to music for how cool it sounds, how good it sounds, how it pleases my ears. You know what I mean? I don't listen to it and I'm like, okay, let me dissect all these lyrics. I think that's nerd shit, honestly. But like, he literally has a line in this song that says, I spent money on money. He's like, I spent money on, you spent money on hoes, money, drugs, and clothes. Spent money on hoes, money, drugs, and clothes. Like, it makes no sense at all. You don't spend money on money. But, it sounds good in the song. It actually sounds hard. And if you're someone like me, you don't even notice that line until like after 20 times listening to this fucking song. I didn't even hear that until I saw somebody say it on Twitter. And I was like, oh, he just says that? Let me listen to it. Oh, he does say that. I just don't pay attention to lyrics that much. I'm not that kind of person. Number 9, It's Over, which is crazy for me to put this song at number 9 because I didn't like this song at all when I first heard it. I don't even think I liked it that much the second time or the third time. But the bass is so loud. It's so entrancing. And I didn't like this song because his cadence is so weird. But now that I've listened to it for a couple times, it sounds like he's high out of his mind. And I know drugs are bad, obviously. But with this type of music, this sounds fucking awesome. And this song has grown on me so much. I don't know why. I mean, he sounds like he's got a grill in, probably. I mean, he just sounds weird as fuck on this song. But it works. It just works for some reason. It's a really short song. It's like 1:30, and I think that's the perfect length for a song like this. It's good. I'm a fan of it. Perfect length. Didn't overstay its welcome. I'm happy with it. Nice. Move on. I love that type of shit, dude. All right, number 8. And these 8 songs here, if anybody put any of these 8 at number 1 on their list, I would totally understand that. Because I think all these songs, this was even harder than the 13, these 8 that I'm about to mention. Holy shit, it was so hard to rank these because I could have seriously put any of these at number 1, and I think they would all be valid. So, number 8, I put Singapore. This is one of the more quiet songs on the album, bass-wise at least. But I really like Destroy Lonely's verse. I really like Ken's verse, Ken's hook on this. And again, this is like Rockstar Lifestyle in the sense that if anybody was just getting into this type of music, Singapore would probably be a good intro because the bass isn't loud. It sounds like a pretty normal trap song, and it's nice. I mean, I think it's nice. It sounds good. The flow is really nice. The hook is awesome, and can't really ask for much more than that, honestly, on a Ken Carson song. Now, number 7. I kind of wanted to put this higher, but I think number 7 is fine. Lose It. Okay. This is the loudest bass I have fucking ever heard on an official release in my entire life. Holy shit. This bass is insane. This would probably murder a grandma. You put this shit on, your grandma's fucking dead. It is so fucking loud. It's ridiculous. When I heard this for the first time, I could not believe it. I was like a cartoon. My jaw was dropped on the floor. I was like, holy shit, this is loud. But it's awesome. It sounds so great. I mean, dude, this album would be awesome at a concert. I kind of want to see, what happens at a concert. Hopefully he has a good stage presence. I don't know much about this guy concert-wise because I've never really been to a concert in my entire life. But I've seen concerts online. I know Playboi Carti has a really fucking crazy stage presence. I hope Ken Carson has a really good stage presence too, because this song would sound crazy at a concert, like ridiculous. It would murder every single grandma, grandpa in the that could hear it. It's ridiculous. This song's awesome. Besides the beat, because I know I'm talking a lot about the beat. I think Ken Carson does awesome on this song as well. Succubus, I put at number 6 on my list. A lot of people I know say this is their favorite song on the entire album, which I totally understand that. I would like, yeah, if anyone were to say that, I wouldn't disagree. Oh, I accidentally put on one of the songs, my bad. In my headset here. Because I'm trying to pull up all the songs here on YouTube, and YouTube has this crazy ad blocker now, and it just makes everything like so difficult. It's just annoying. But yeah, Succubus. This is one of those songs that's really interesting because it's a hard hitting song. It's heavy, and he's like kind of being melodic in this song, and it's an interesting dynamic. And there's a lot going on with the beat too. There's a lot of variation in it, and I think it's just great. The hook is awesome. The verse is awesome. There's so much going on in this song. I mean, the lyrics are cool. They are what they are. You know, I'm not focused on lyrics at all. But I think sonically it sounds awesome. In the car, I've noticed it doesn't sound that great. It sounds really good in my headphones though, and that's what I'm basing this review off of. Number 5, Me and My Cup. I could have probably given this a little higher rating. I think Me and My Cup is one of the best tracks on this entire album. Obviously, we're in the top 5 now. But Me and My Cup has so much shit going on. You start the song and it sounds like it's starting off in the middle of the fucking song. You press play and it's like boom, 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 like going crazy. Oh my god, I'm sorry. My dog. Every time I hit the desk. Hey, I'm sorry. She like gets scared every time I hit my desk. I'm just having a good time, man. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, Me and My Cup. It sounds like it starts like right at the beginning, and I just really like it. There's so much transitions going on. Boom, 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 boom. There's so much shit happening, dude. You gotta listen to this. If you like this type of music and you haven't listened to this fucking album yet, what the fuck is wrong with you? To be fair, I don't think anybody who's watching this review has never heard this album before. At this point, at least, we're like, 13 minutes into this video? Oh my god, we're 16 minutes in. Jesus Christ, this is a long-ass video. But yeah, Me and My Cup is amazing. Transition's awesome. I love his flows. He actually says some cool shit on the song as well. It's a W. Number 4, Like This, which is a pretty unpopular opinion, I think. I think most people don't like this song that much. And this song is pretty bullshit. I won't lie. Like, it's really bullshit. The lyrics are complete fucking bullshit. But I think the vibe is incredible. I think they all, there's 3 people on the song: Lil Uzi, Destroy Lonely, and Ken. And I think they all match each other's energy like really well. They all sound great together. Like I said, the lyrics are complete fucking bullshit, but it just has a great sound in my opinion. The bass isn't that loud. It's not a super loud song. It's a pretty normal trap song. And I just really like their energy together. I like how they go back and forth a little bit too. I like how Uzi has 4, Ken has 4, Destroy Lonely has 4, and they kind of go back and forth throughout the whole song. I really like that, instead of like, okay, Ken on the hook, Uzi do your verse, Ken on the hook, Lonely do your verse, Ken on the hook. All right, song's over. So I like that variation. I love when artists do back and forth a lot more than just a verse and a hook and a verse and a hook. I think that's really boring. So I really like this song because of that back and forth and the dynamic and the vibe they all create together. Number 3, Jennifer's Body. This song is awesome. This song is really awesome. He says some cool shit in this song too. The hook is really nice. It's one of the better hooks for sure. The beat is just the most bizarre shit of all time. It sounds like a glitch in the computer. It sounds like the computer's fucking overfrying, like overheating. It's about to blow up. It's like ding, 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 ding. It's so cool. It's so unique, man. It's just such a weird electronic beat. It sounds great. Like I said, it just sounds like a glitch. Ken's doing his thing, of course, on the track. He's doing a lot for me. I love this shit. And that's what I feel about Jennifer's Body. My 3rd most favorite. My 2nd most favorite, number 2, Paranoid. Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, once again. These two are just such a great, duo. I don't think I have yet. I've heard every collab they've done, I believe. I don't think I've heard a song that I disliked between these guys. I mean, all the songs they make together just sound really good. I love Lonely's verse. I love how the beat pauses in his verse, or the bass pauses in his verse, and it just gets a little quiet. And then when Ken's hook starts again, bam, here comes the bass yet again, just blowing up. I love it. It sounds really good. The beat's fucking awesome, dude. It's just such a beautiful beat. And they do their thing over it, man. It sounds awesome. And my favorite song on the whole album, which, this is a really overrated track in my opinion, but yeah, I do think it's good. Like I said, any of these last 8 songs I mentioned, I could have put at number 1. But I do think if I were to give like a number one to something, it would be something that I liked the first time I listened to it and I've never disliked it. And that is Fighting My Demons. And the way it just starts off, he goes, "Where the fuck my blunt, where the fuck my cup, where the fuck my reefer," and then it goes bam, bam, bam. The bass just hits, dude. It sounds great, man. Yeah, and then there's a little pause in the middle, and then you're like, okay, hold on, something's going on here. Bam, beat switch, and fucking beat switch is another beat that may kill your grandma if she heard it. It's so loud. It's so great. This is awesome. This is, the rage trap type music. It's really awesome. Obviously, Cardi popularized this type of shit, and it's awesome to see where people take it. I don't think Ken is as creative with this type of shit as maybe someone like Yeat is, but I definitely like what he does. I've heard a lot of people say that, when they listen to this music, it sounds like he's offbeat. I don't understand that at all. He doesn't sound offbeat at all to my ears. Maybe my ears are the most fucked up thing of all time, but he doesn't sound offbeat at all when he's, rapping over any of these beats. I think he sounds great. Obviously, that's why I'm rating this a 8 out of 10, which is a pretty crazy rating. I could honestly give this a 9. I'll give it an 8.5. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. That's what I'm really feeling on this shit. I fucking enjoy it so much. I've listened to a song on this album every day since it came out, which isn't that crazy because it's only been 2 weeks, but I absolutely love this type of music. Yeah, I'll give this an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I mean, shit. 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. I don't know if I said that earlier or if I said an 8. I'm giving this an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's awesome. I think what could have given this a 9 for me is if, just a couple songs weren't on it, or if some of the songs were better, or if he did more vocally over some of the beats. If he did more vocally over like Vampire Hour or Pots, I'd probably like it a bit more. It could have gotten that 9. Or if he had another song on here that was just fucking crazy, that blew my mind. If he had a Playboy Cardi feature, maybe this could have been higher for me, but that's what I'm feeling at the moment. I know this video was really long. I'm new to this type of review shit. I just do this shit for fun. But 8.5 out of 10 is what I'm feeling for this thing. And yeah, thanks for watching.